The first question we have says that asks us to consider the relative liquidity of the following assets, right? So this one is, the question is written a little bit poorly, but I believe it says consider the relative liquidity of the following assets. Number one is the funds in a money market account. Number two, a $20 bill. Three, a bond issued by a political trade company. Four, your car, select for your car. And then select the assets in order of their liquidity from the most liquid to the least liquid. So the thing we have to know here is what is the definition of liquidity, right? And basically, liquidity refers to how quickly you can convert an asset into cash, because cash is the most liquid form of money. And so the more steps or the longer it takes for an asset to convert to cash once you've started that process, the less liquid it is. And on the other hand, the quicker it becomes cash, the more liquid it is. So given a $20 bill, a money market account, a bond issued by a political trade company, or I think it might be publicly traded company, or your car, the first clear answer is going to be $20 bill is the most liquid, because $20 bill is already money, and so that's the most liquid money. That's the most liquid asset you can have. The second would most likely be a money market account, because that's something like a savings account, and so it might take a day or two to process any withdrawal. But other than that, it's not too long of a process. The third might be a bond issued by a political trade company, because there are some there's like a process to go through in order to sell a bond or to redeem a bond from a publicly traded company, and so that's not something that you can do right away, and so that'll take a little bit longer than it would take to withdraw money from a money market account. And then finally, your car is an asset, right? It's worth money, but to go through the process of posting an ad, selling the car to a willing buyer, delivering the car, exchanging the money for the car, that's going to take a longer period of time in order to do that relative to the other three types of assets. And so we most likely say the most liquid is going to be the $20 bill. The second most liquid is going to be the money market account. The third most liquid is going to be a bond issued by a a publicly traded company, and the fourth most liquid is going to be your car. So hopefully, kind of both the definition of liquidity and how we've applied it to these problems is going to be fairly obvious here. Okay, so let's take a look at what the previous tutor said. So the previous tutor said the most liquid, the least liquid, $20 bill, money market account, a bond, in your car. Great, so we get the same order as them. And their explanation is that liquidity means how quickly an asset can be converted into cash. Perfect. Cash or currency can be used immediately, so a $20 bill is the most liquid exchange, right? Or liquid asset. The funds in a money market account must be withdrawn within a day or two, so it is the second most liquid asset, right? A broker can sell a bond issued by a publicly traded company within a short period of time, and it may take a few days to receive cash. That's right. And finally, a car you own is the least liquid of the assets, because it may take weeks or even months to find a buyer and get your cash. Right. Yeah. So I think that this is a great answer. It covers the definition of liquidity and also gives a good explanation for each of these answer choices and why we've placed them in the order that we have. Great. Oops. Great solution.